Welcome to the Take Care Sis podcast with me, Ki, and Kiki.
Join two friends for a conversation around self-care in real life. We'll talk about anything on the spectrum from bubble baths to setting boundaries to managing friendships and more.
As your sisters, we also just want to provide a weekly check-in. You know, like big sis asking little sis, sis, you good? So come on in, sis. Let's talk about how we can take better care of ourselves. What's up, Kiki?
Hey, Ki. How are you?
Girl, how are you? Listen, we back, okay? We back and we better. I'm so excited.
I'm here. I'm here.
Sis says she here.
Here. Here.
Listen, y'all, we have had an interesting break. Like, a lot has happened between the two of us. So her expression, she here, sometimes that's very appropriate.
Very, very much so. I think that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. We both have experienced deaths in our family. I lost a great aunt. You lost your grandmother. I started therapy, y'all. I cry all the time now. Like, it's like me and Kiki switch places. And I don't appreciate it. Like I told y'all, like, oh, I'm not a big crier, right? I promise you my therapist has to think I'm a liar because I legit cry every week on the phone with her or on the little telehealth.
You're just getting in touch with your emotions, friend. You kept them out. You kept them way out there first. Mm-hmm. Now they just like slowly creeping in. Like, hey, Nakia.
Just said, oh, we're gonna work on what did she say? Healing or helping or hugging or something. One of those words. Your 12, 13-year-old self. Apparently, I had a lot of drama going on when I was 12, 13. Middle schoolers, they don't do nothing but they're emotional. And apparently I was emotional too. And
your inner child is getting
there's tears. There's just tears all the time. Mm-hmm.
Your inner child is getting the work it needs, I guess. Yes. You look so happy to be doing this.
I mean, therapy's good. I'm not gonna lie. You know, after the help with Dr. Blue last year or last season, you know, I'm taking a different approach to therapy. And this woman that I'm with, she plays zero games. She's all about them boundaries, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like my therapist a lot. I like what we're doing. She seems to have a vision and a plan, and I'm okay with it. I'm gonna just let it happen.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I probably need to get on the bandwagon with that, but you know.
Come on, friend. Come on.
Yeah, like Kia said, the break has been very interesting. Lost my grandmother. Still kind of taking it day by day. It's still a lot to handle because when you're used to talking to someone like every day or every other day, it's kind of hard to like not pick up your phone and try to call somebody, you know? So we'll have a different episode. I'm planning an episode where we talk about grief because that's a whole other animal in itself. And everybody experiences it differently. And this is not my first go around with grief, but I will say it's one of the hardest. And I've said that many times on all my social medias, if y'all follow me, but yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's funny because so me and my cousins decided we're just like, yo, like we really see each other at funerals and when somebody has a baby. Mm-hmm. This baby train might, you know, be on a halt for a little while because everybody got a kid. So everybody got a kid. So I think, you know, we might we might be pausing on the baby train for a while. So it's just like, all right, we got to do better about communicating. So we got this little cousin group chat. But it's been like interesting and cool because, you know, this was my great aunt. So being in a group chat with my cousins who this was their grandmother, yeah, like it's affecting all of us differently. Granted, I lost my grandmother when I was mad young. My aunt's sister. I lost her when I was mad young, so I don't have some of the ties that a lot of people have with their grandparents. So I say, cherish your grandparents now because they won't always be here. And you got people like me who I didn't really get to grow up with my grandmother. So I envy y'all. But yeah, it's different. It's different just talking to my cousins and, you know, checking in with them. And some are still like, oh my God, like I can't believe she's gone. And then for me, it's just kind of like, I don't want to use the phrase business as usual, but you know, I'm able to pick up
I get it.
A little bit quicker.
Like I said, we don't have a whole episode because I get it. I really do. Your sentiments and theirs.
Yeah.
I get both sides, and it comes from different people, different losses. That's a different subject for another day. We'll talk about it. So y'all get it. That might be the episode we be in here crying, but
I was gonna say not her, but you know what, y'all, the crybaby I've been recently, it's probably gonna be me too.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Anyways. So as Keith said, back to business as usual. Y'all know I'm coming up here to fuss at y'all because we've been on a whole ass break and y'all, I ain't seen no ratings and reviews. I ain't seen them.
I tried to help you.
If I'm wrong, y'all come for me. I don't care. You know, I can be corrected. But for the most part, I ain't seen them. I haven't seen them. This is what helps us, y'all. Okay? Y'all see our faces now, so I can look at y'all and be like, this will help us. We need your ratings and reviews up on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Okay? Okay?
Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
So we just need those 5-star reviews. You can just leave the stars, or you can write a short little thing about how you love hearing us talk, hearing our banter back and forth, hearing our opinions, and all the great things that we do on this podcast.
Please and thank you.
Yes, please and thank you.
Self-care accountability. What you've been into, friend?
I literally have been doing nothing. I'm not gonna say that's by choice, like, because like I said before, the grief has been kind of like making me stop in my tracks. So I really haven't been motivated to do a lot of stuff. So I'm just getting back to the point where I'm ready to dive in to what I was doing and into new stuff. So yeah, I haven't been doing anything. That's my self-care, and I'm sticking by it. What about you, friend? What about you?
On the other hand, many of you may have noticed that I changed my name on Instagram. So my Instagram name is Life with Yogi Ki, right? And I'm calling myself a self-care ambassador because I figure, you know, better than an influencer, better than a host or whatever, I'm an ambassador. I'm finna talk about self-care in absolutely every way I can. It's going to be my 40-minute speech. It's going to be my elevator pitch. It's going to be all the things, self-care in real life, right? So with that said, I have been actively seeking various modes of self-care. I've gotten a massage. I've gotten, and I plan to make that a regular thing, provided the budget, because, yeah, I just moved into my new space and, you know, I always want things. I've become that person. Like, I'm like, ooh, I could use a new pillow or a new picture. No, there's nothing hanging now because I'm not there yet. Like, I want all the things. And if you could see around me, they're here. I just haven't gotten to quite putting them together and putting them up. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But anyway, there's always something to buy for your spot. So, yes, massages. And yeah, hell, taking care of my house is a whole new form of self-care. But massages, I went to the beach, y'all. I went to the beach since the first time last summer. So good for my soul. I've been getting my alone time still. What else? Oh, and the coolest thing I did for self-care, I've been attending workshops. So maybe a month ago, I went to a wellness retreat here in Durham. And that was fun with some of my Durham yogis. Shout out to Malika Yoga for Us. And I met some new people. And then this Friday, y'all, I had a blast. I went to a rideology class.
Would you like to elaborate on what rideology is?
It is exactly what you think it is. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I think. I mean, some people out there might not think what I'm thinking.
This is exactly what you think it is.
Y'all.
So, huh?
I said I was trying to help y'all, but
exactly
that is what you think it is.
Mm-hmm. So the instructor, her name is Goody, and so she's hashtag Ask Goody or at Ask Goody on all the social medias, and she is a what does she call herself? A pleasure enthusiast or something like that. So anyway, she, a lot of times you talk about sex and stuff like that, and sex therapists, and they're trying to get you and probably like kind of overcome some things or some barriers when it comes to sex. Well, Goody's approach is she wants to make sure that it's pleasurable. And a lot of times you go to writing classes and they focus a lot on the man and whatever. Her class is about teaching women how to ride and make it pleasurable for them. So that's what I appreciated. She showed modifications. She showed like how to get comfortable. So how to get comfortable with yourself, how to get comfortable in position. Listen, me and somebody's son, me and somebody's uncle.
I mean, have you had a chance to practice?
No, it just happened Friday, but still.
I mean, that don't mean nothing.
Well, then I was in Fayetteville this weekend for Fayetteville State homecoming, so.
Gotcha.
Shout out to the Broncos and all my D9 out there. But yeah, that's what I did this weekend. And now I'm here recording with you.
How nice. How nice of you to work me into your schedule.
You're welcome.
Anyway. All right, so we're in quarter 4. We in the home stretch of 2022, y'all. The home stretch. So I just said to myself, and I was like, we really need to step our self-care game up.
Agreed.
A lot of times when people think about quarter 4, they're like, oh, I got to get this done. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to step this up. But I'm like, let's step our self-care game up.
I don't feel that.
Let's not get caught up in the busy again, because you want to get stuff done before December 31st, if you're a calendar chick. Yeah. I
done made my donations. I done paid the things. Yeah, I'm not. Everybody gets to the hustle and bustle in quarter 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my only focus is like, I know you done changed your name. I got sidetracked with all the stuff that was going on over the break. So like, and I feel like every time I send out stuff to my email list, I am explaining something that happened over a break. And I'm like, y'all still here? I love y'all for real, because y'all still be here and I still be rambling. Like, I forgot to do this. I need to do that. and they still be, you know, whatever. But yeah, my people are still here. So
Power to the people.
I'm gonna change my name soon, y'all. And I'm gonna start doing my classes again soon, y'all. So here's the quarter four, right?
Cheers.
Cheers, imaginary cups. There we go. Oh, she got one. I don't have one. Sorry.
Because I forgot my water. You showed me that picture of Missy Elliott, and she was talking about how much water she.
Girl, why she was like 14? I was like, who is her niece? Who is this? This is her niece. And I read the caption, and she was like, just drinking my water as usual. This girl 50.
She look good. Goody, Ask Goody, she also says that you need to be drinking half your body weight in water, like in ounces, right? Because when you're properly hydrated, that intensifies orgasms. And I'm gonna just say it because this is where we are. So like if you're a squirter or you do some type of thing when you're orgasming, makes it greater.
Makes sense. Water helps everything.
We're gonna have to get Goody on this podcast. I don't know if we can afford her. We're gonna have to get her on this podcast.
Not right now. Maybe in season 3. I don't know. Yeah, maybe next year, y'all.
We're gonna have to get y'all to buy these tickets to these events so we can get Goody in the podcast.
Right. Because we'll fuss about that at the end of this episode. But right now, for this episode, we just doing a Florida culture because we've been out so long. A lot of things have been happening.
All of them.
Like a lot of things have been happening. What is going on with the world, sis? What's going on? We're gonna start off with some good things, okay? Because we'll save the trash for the end. The first thing is and we talked about it before when Quinta was nominated for an Emmy, and then she actually won the Emmy for writing in the comedy series. Outstanding writing, I should say. And then Sheryl Lee Ralph also won for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. And everything around Sheryl Lee Ralph just warmed my heart because it was like everything was coming full circle for her. You know, like from, I think Jackie Harry had put a post up and was like, you know, she actually got the role that Sheryl Lee Ralph auditioned for 227 and then ended up winning the Emmy for it. And then, you know, years later, here's Sheryl Lee Ralph again coming back winning her Emmy. So even though she didn't get that role, she still got her Emmy, you know. And then I think Beyonce sent her flowers, you know, because Dreamgirls, you know, the old Dreamgirls and the new Dreamgirls, they got to send their flowers. And then she was also on Jennifer Hudson's new show.
I just want to say, Beyonce sends me an envelope, let alone flowers. Y'all ain't going to be able to tell me nothing. If Beyonce reposts the same post that I repost, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Like if we just happen to see the same video by, you know, XYZ and she reposts it and I repost it, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Not an envelope. Do you want something in the envelope, sis?
I don't even need nothing in the envelope.
Okay. Y'all have heard it. Just wait. Just wait till she get his envelope, y'all. She gonna frame the envelope. She ain't even gonna open it. Beyonce was like, I put $10,000 in there, and she was just like, oh, it's in the envelope.
It's in the envelope. Right. Mm-hmm. Well, knowing me, it'll take me forever to get it. So it'll be right here. Waiting to go right here. Anyway, Little Mermaid Black.
She is, and I'm excited.
Listen, people was clutching their coins. However, I would just say this, and you know, I love my people, I really do, right? But social media can take a small pebble and make it a rock. So everybody was mentioning there was this one Facebook group that was talking about Little Mermaid being black and whatever. Or yeah, do you know that that group had like less than 100 people in it? So how many people were actually, now granted the memes and stuff that came out of there were mean. However, it was less than, I don't even think it was 50 people in that group. I think it was like 49 people in the group, 44. It was really small. And then I think black people got a hell of it. And I think they might have been entering the group to troll and whatnot, because you know how the people do. But yeah, that group started off as like 44 people, and I'm just like, that's actually not a lot of people talking about this. However, you see it on TikTok, and what I appreciate is our allies coming through and being like, listen, you shouldn't have a problem with this. This is weird.
Right.
And the absolute rest of the cast is white. So listen, so why y'all mad? She about to be in love with a white dude. Her father about to be white. Like,
see, I was wondering about that. I didn't even think about going further to figure out what the rest of the cast looks like.
The rest of the cast.
It makes sense if, you know, Triton was black, the daughters was black, and he had a few. You know, I would even go for having, you know, some, because she got like 8 sisters, 6 sisters. I can't remember. She got enough for them to like one from each nationality, I guess.
That would be cute.
But you know, yeah. I was kind of expecting that though, since she was black, because I was like, they're not gonna put an all black cast up here. It's gonna be, you know, black Ariel. Then her sister's gonna be like one Asian, one white girl. Maybe they put another redhead in there. I don't know. I was just
I just know that the main characters, so the dad, the prince, Ursula, I know the main characters, they're going to be white. So I think that would be cute if her sisters were the United Colors of Benetton. That would be cute.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, I'm excited because I actually Little Mermaid was one of my favorite Disney movies, aside from Pocahontas. Even though it wasn't really the true story of Pocahontas, but Brown Girl, you know, that was me.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge Disney princess fan, so I liked all of them. Little Mermaid, yes, it was one of the tops.
Oh girl, I still have at my parents' house the Little Mermaid microphone, because they had a sing-along VHS tape that I had, and it came with a microphone, so it's still at my mama's house. She was like, I know it's sitting there somewhere. I said, Mom, it's right there. Like, you can see it because you sat it up there.
I am a little jealous of the microphone.
Yeah, I still got it. It's not, you know, it ain't a fancy thing. It's just one of those microphones with the echo. So you sing into it and it just kind of echoes. Oh, you know, all of that. All right, so yeah, Little Mermaid is black. We happy. Did you see the TikTok of the the little white girl that was like, "Is it me or is this Whitney Houston?"
First of all, that baby is like 4. How she know who Whitney Houston is? First of all, I was on the floor. Is it just me, or was that Whitney Houston? I was not expecting those words to come from her mouth, but yeah.
I was not either. She kept looking at the camera like, "Why are you recording me?" And then she like looked genuinely confused.
Was that me or was that Whitney Houston?
Oh goodness. Kids' reactions are just pure and hilarious sometimes. Very pure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get to the trash, I guess. All right, so on to the trash, shall we? All right, tell me if I'm saying this name wrong. Isn't it?
I don't know how to say his name.
Sudoku. Ime Sudoku. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Nia Longman.
Yeah, her X-Men, I guess. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't think that they've officially broken up yet.
They probably ain't. But he did, y'all. He made her like a fool, you know. Cheating on her. Because he was in trouble for what?
He got in trouble for having consensual, inappropriate relations with an employee.
Mm-hmm. That.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
My thoughts on the whole thing was Nia Long, around about the time that the whole entanglement nonsense was happening with Will and Jada, she came out and she made a public statement. She was just like, look, relationships are hard, so you got to do what works for you, type of thing, right? And I agree, relationships are hard, and there are way too many, I'm going to use the term flexible relationships out here in this world, right? And you hear about Hollywood relationships, and all I know is they have been together 10 years. That is damn near a lifetime in Hollywood. So they had to have something that works for them. I'm not saying that they had some type of arrangement where Nia was okay and looked the other way. But what I am saying is hearing various rumors and whatever from the Boston Celtics camp and stuff like that. It's a couple of different factors that go into play. Number one, people have to recognize that Boston's a very racist city, but it's that systemic racism, right? It's not the flat out, like you're not going to see, and you might, I don't know. I know a lot of people from the area and they seem to be, they seem to have friends of all different races and stuff like that. But systemically, still a lot of like that going on, right? And I know that there are lots of people that like to flirt and mess around with people. I'm just gonna come out and say what I'm trying to say. I really think that he messed with the wrong person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's his first time. I don't think that and the fact that he got in trouble for having an inappropriate consensual relationship, that means those two people, like, it almost means they were open with it, right? So I just honestly think that he messed with the wrong person. That's my opinion. I think that he messed with the wrong CEO's wife or upper management's wife or something, but it's not like his advances weren't warranted, or whatever. I do know that I want to say that those organizations don't play, because I was going to try out to be a Washington Wizards dancer, and one, it was hard. I was like, this is a lot. I don't see y'all do none of this in the games. So it didn't equal out for me, number one. But number two, at that time, I knew a lot of the Wizards, right? I can't think of anyone's name at this moment, but I went to Carolina, y'all. And I came out at the same time that a lot of heavy hitters in the NBA have come out. So I knew all of them. So I was like, there's no way that I'm going to like not be friends with them because I'm now a freaking cheerleader. They get paid like nothing per game. Nah. So I do know that those organizations don't play when it comes to these inappropriate relationships. But you also know that a lot of these inappropriate relationships happen. So the fact that he got, and it's what happened to him. It's the suspension for the year and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, I put all the blame on him because you got caught, bro. Not only did you got caught, you messing up our livelihood. So whatever him and Nia had going on, like, he not bringing income into the house for the next year. That's a party foul. That is a major foul. Mm-hmm.
Null and void. The agreement is null and void.
So that's a tough one. I don't know what to do. I would be happy with you.
That's an interesting take. So.
And then Adam Levine. Not only did he. This is audacity on display, okay? Now, I still love me some Adam Levine, but he's a whore, clearly. But
I mean, look at him. You think he's not a
he is a beautiful man. But this man, not only did he cheat on his wife, he was like, hey, baby, you know that child that we just had? Let's name her Rose. Who the fuck is Rose? Oh, Rose is the chick that I've been cheating on you with. What?
That was I was like, you know what? This just, it topped everything. Like, you cheated, yeah, okay, but you gonna go and tell me we're gonna name our child after the woman that you over here whatevering with. So now I gotta look at my child and call him by that name. We about to go and get his name changed. His birth certificate
on 8,000.
I was like, what is this? What is this? Ki, what is this? When do these men start asking to name their children with their wives after their mistresses?
That's just like I said, like Sudoku. Yeah. I blame him, like, because you got men out here, the mad men. They out here and they're just like, well, Nia obviously wasn't taking care of home because she out here cheating.
Listen, it don't even matter.
I need to say this public service announcement. People cheat because they want to cheat.
Right.
It has nothing to do with their partner. They cheat because they want to cheat.
Nothing.
I digress. But, the madmen out here, oh, Nia must not be taking care of home. I had a dude in a Facebook group say, well, Nia Long is 54 and he's 45. So, her sex drive can't keep up. So,
not necessarily. Everybody's sex drive is different. So some people's sex drive goes up in age. Some people's sex drive goes down. And it might flip-flop between the couples. You don't know what the fuck was going on.
I don't
understand.
It's the extra audacity that's in the air. I think, with the pollen, audacity is out there too.
It's a train. So, like, when one person has that audacity and then they see, they're like, oh, yeah. Then the next person just grabs onto the caboose and just rides the train.
Yes.
And his audacity gets better and better the more he gets to the front of the damn train.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. Mm-hmm.
They just like hang on to the caboose like, oh, he did it. Here we go. And make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. It's crazy. However, Amanda Seals.
She came in for the save.
Amanda Seals says that women in my age group, we need to be prepared because in the next 6 months or so, it's gonna be a whole bunch of bachelors, and they're gonna be ready to settle down. So I put in my stories, I was like, city key up. Yeah, because I am well aware that the man that I closely tie myself to for an extended period of time, I'm fully aware that he's probably going to be somebody's ex. Well, I know he's going to be somebody's ex, but I mean ex-husband. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I like a little seasoning in my food. And, he already know a flavor profile, right? This is a benefit to me. And I know this sounds shitty, and I'm sorry to any woman that's ever been divorced, but for real, you've pruned a little bit, and then somebody reaps the benefit. But that's what happens to all of us in relationships. I know that I've made quite a few happy now wives or wherever they are. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Come through, book. Come through.
But she also said, she was like, watch out for them because once they figure out they don't want to be in the streets, they might be running back.
Mm-mm. She said that they're going to be in the streets for a couple months, and then one day, in about 6 months, they're going to look up and be like, this ain't what I want. And so then that's when they're going to be trying to settle down again. So yeah, you got to let them go through their whole phase. And then, they'll be ready.
Mm.
Listen, just don't be surprised if, like, within the year, I come through and be like, hey.
Okay.
The one that devastated everybody, and it was funny because I had people send me, you know, a message, and I was just like, I didn't even know y'all cared about Tia Mowry. But yeah, Tia and her husband splitting up, that just devastated the culture. Like, everybody was so hurt, and I was just like, sure, we knew she got married, but like, she isn't somebody that's like often in the news and whatever. So I'm just like, why y'all care?
That's probably why though, because she's not often in the news with her marriage. Like, there's not a lot of things that have been going on. She just was, I guess, normal, what people thought was normal. But I think people will forget that, I mean, marriage is marriage. Stuff doesn't work out. Doesn't matter who it is. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And a lot of times what you see online is definitely not what's going on in their relationships.
Amen.
Which is why a lot of people don't even post their relationships, which I get that 100%. I'll probably be the same one.
I'm posting mine. You hear me?
I'll post when I get married. I just, men, like we just said, have audacity, and then I start posting somebody, and then it'd be my luck that here we go, having to scrape the whole social medias.
I kind of want to post them because, you know, I need to know if there's seven other women out here calling him.
Oh yeah, I've seen a post about that too. They were like, I want to know, and then it was a real post where this girl did it, and like the women came through and was like, "Oh no, sis, you might want to throw that one back in the sea."
See?
So you're right. You're right.
Know, but I'm probably not. But we'll see. I don't know. The spirit may move me once I actually, you know, get a man like that. So
we'll see. We'll see. The queen died. Why? Why did we both do that at the same time?
I don't know. You want to move to the next subject?
Sure.
Okay. Kanye, bless it. He out here attempting to make headlines again. What I don't understand about Kanye is he doesn't have to do any of this, but he chooses to do it anyway. I digress. Kanye out in these streets, he decided to, at the Paris Fashion Week, I think, him and that chick I can't stand, what's her face? Candace Owens. Oh, yeah. They popped out in shirts that said, "White Lives Matter." I can't even begin to try to make sense of it. Kanye enthusiasts or Kanye fans have been saying, "Oh, well, he's just making a mockery of the White Lives Matter," or, you know, he's just joking on the Black Lives Matter thing because the Black Lives Matter is such a mockery. But it wasn't, though. Like, that was a real. It is a movement that so many people actually felt. I get it. The people who started the Black Lives Matter, they have had colorful situations, but still, like, that whole thing was about being recognized as a Black person. And so now anyone, Kanye, anyone else that chooses to make a mockery of it, you're an asshole. Period. It's not funny. You can't spin it. No, it's just not cool. But the thing is, Kanye, you know, he's got his clothing line coming out, and I get it. He's just trying to make headlines right before the clothing line is going to drop. But you're Kanye. You don't need to do any of that. People have still been buying them ugly ass sneakers. People have still been buying them ugly ass slides. They've even now people making different variations of them. Like, you're Kanye. You don't need to do any of this.
He doesn't. But you know, Kanye is very calculated in everything that he does, even though he's just an asshole, like you said. There's a reason for him doing it. like you said, to promote all the things that he's doing. I don't even know if we need to really take him serious anymore. Like, why are we still giving him the attention? Why are people still buying his stuff? Why are people still supporting him beyond the stuff that we used to listen to? That was when Kanye made sense, I guess. But after a certain period, why we still I don't know why.
I don't know. I used to feel sorry for him because I was just like, yo, this dude is hurting. But his most recent antics, like the antics of 2022, have been on that side that I can no longer like justify, placate any of the things. I'm just like, you stay over there, bro. Like,
he knows what he's doing. It's nothing to feel sorry about ever again. He just knows what he's doing. Like I said, he's very calculated.
Ever again. Shout out to Van Lathan though. Van Lathan is I think he's like a hip hop reporter or hip hop journalist. Let's go with that word. He's like a hip hop journalist, and he's on TMZ. Kanye shows up to TMZ and was, trying to justify what he's doing. Van told him off this way and that way. So shout out to Van Lathan. Mos Def or Yasiin Bey.
Right.
He's attempted to spin it. And like I told y'all, like, you can't spin this well. Like, it's not spinnable. But, his point, he marked out or he highlighted, or you can still see it. That's my problem, I guess. But anyway, so he transmuted or grayed out the V. So it says white lives matter. I still have a hard time with the spin because don't nobody want to gratify the white lies. Like, the white lies are rampant. We live with that shit every day. We don't need to.
It's something that's easily it's not perceived well.
No.
He thought about it well, I guess, but when you put it out to the public, everybody else is like, what the hell is this? And honestly, I don't know. The whole thing just needs to go away.
Just stop.
It needs to go away. That's it. All right, so that's all the trash we have this week for the culture. All of those things. And now we move on to talking about our event, y'all.
Listen,
we talked about this before we left, and we told y'all it was coming.
And it's here now. And so we need you to go support it. We have our day of rest, and it's going to be happening in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And y'all, like, it's going to be lit. Like, it is. I am super excited and super proud of what we've put together. We have 2 amazing speakers. And we are going to discuss rest, right? I've kind of given the speakers free reign of what they want to talk about. I just said, make sure that you keep it about rest. So, and like one of our speakers, y'all, she has quite the testimony, actually. Our therapist, Tanisha, she has quite the testimony. Like, sis was on the verge of a heart attack, legit. But she was running around like a crazy person. And self-care was just not in her, it won't in her Rolodex. It won't on the calendar, right? And so sis, like, was really facing some horrible health issues. And her doctor was just like, you either scale back or go ahead and write your funeral plans out for your twins. So if that's not telling you to take care of yourself and make some practical decisions about self-care, I don't know what is. So she has a powerful testimony. I don't know that that's what she's going to touch on, because again, she's getting free range, but our presenters are awesome. Our sponsors have come through. We're going to do some journaling. Kiki's going to do her sound bowl, and y'all, I'm going to try to stay awake. That's all I'm going to say. Because she be hitting where you need to be hit. when it comes to rest. I'm gonna throw in a little yoga for you. Oh, and catch these hands. Massage company is going to be doing massages for us, so you can get a little bit of every. You gonna get some self-care in that day.
Because that's what we're doing. We're providing a space for y'all to actually be able to take care of yourselves
On a Sunday. So self-care Sunday.
That's right. I'm excited, but we need y'all to buy these tickets, and space is limited, so we need y'all to go ahead and go on Eventbrite, because that's where it is, and you can search for A Day of Rest, and it should come up. It is in Fayetteville, North Carolina, if you want to niche down on that search. And the link is also in our bio on Instagram. That's where you can find it if you actually just want to click the link and not have to search for it. But either way, you'll be able to find that event and sign up for it. Tell your friends, tell their friends, you want to get a group of friends and come, go ahead and do that. And y'all need to buy your tickets at the same time, because you don't want to tell your group and then one of them be like, I can't buy a ticket because I didn't do it the same time y'all did.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's right.
Sorry. I still love that.
Yeah, because if y'all was following our Instagram, you know what she's talking about. Right?
So, listen, we need you to tell a friend to tell a friend that not only we back, to not only check out this episode or any previous episode, but we also need you and your homegirl to buy these tickets to this event. Because everybody always saying, oh, I don't know what to do for self-care. Or, my favorite, oh, there's nothing ever to do. And we didn't cover 2 of them on Self-Care Sunday for you. So go on by the train.
And we're doing everything for you. We just want you to come.
Just come. Dress comfortably.
Yes, dress comfortably.
And come. That's it. That's all you got. You ain't even got to bring nothing.
Nope.
Okay. You do got to bring a yoga mat. You do got to bring a yoga mat. But that's it. And you can, my favorite place is 5 and Below. You can go grab a yoga mat for $5. Go spend your $5, buy your ticket, come through, and the rest is done for you. Literally.
That's right.
That's it.
Come through, y'all. Tell your friends, come through, and we're going to have a good time. Resting, but we're going to have a good time. All right, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Share the podcast. We are so happy to be back, and we're going to have a lot of good topics for you this season. As always, you can always let us know what you want to hear. If you have a specific topic you want us to talk about, we don't mind touching on it at all. That's what we're here for. We're here to have the conversations that people may not want to have. And we're here to destigmatize self-care. It's not selfish. This is something that you need. It is essential. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's all we got. That's all we have, Ki.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. All right. So we got to start telling each other again to take care, sis.
Take care, sis.
Take care, sis. Oh.
Bye, girl.